I am having a blessed evening. So I want to thank you so much that you're here with me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So we're back with another story. This is going to be a really really good one. I always say this is a really really good one, even though that these are tragic stories and they end up with somebody going to jail and they end up with somebody um dead and being an organ donor and being cremated. Yes, this is true. Yes. And unfortunately, like this is a lot in our communities. Um, but I'm gonna talk about in Michigan, Detroit, the manager that was over that been there in that McDonald's for 15 years. I want to talk about that being a manager for a very very long time. There's even two things about being a manager there. Basically, you got to make decisions of firing and hiring people, and you got to be really really tough when you are a manager. But I know that I had 153 companies before, and a lot of managers was really really nasty and rude and was bullies. They would play workers against each other, and they will cause a lot of problems and confusion on the job. You take it to the supervisors, you take it to the high authorities. These individuals are are there to basically not they hear the story, but they're gonna go with the person that been there for a very, very long time. And they're not even gonna listen to you because you just starting out. And unfortunately, in a lot of these jobs, that's the case in a lot of these jobs. These jobs they don't have union. Um, they like basically they a lot of these jobs are dead end jobs. They dead end. You can't prosper. You can't motivate yourself. You can't move up. And a lot of these jobs, you got to start at the bottom. Like basically, you got to kiss butt. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. Now, this is a tragic story. I wanted to send my condolences out to the family and the loved ones of their mother being killed and murdered. But um, according to a lot of reports and a lot of social media that's out, they were saying that she was bullying all of her workers. And I could believe that because I've been in a lot of jobs where there was managers just bullying you and talking to you disrespectful. And you really want to put hands and feet on these managers. And sometimes it went left, sometimes it went right. A lot of times it goes left because a lot of these managers, man, they are very disrespectful. How you doing? Yes, I am Muslim. I'm Muslim. How you doing? I'm so happy that you tuning in to my channel. Please like, share, subscribe. Please like, share, subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. You know, it's sad that this happened to this woman. She has a family. She has children. And I won't wish this on nobody. I won't wish this on nobody. But after being in these jobs for a very very long time, you tend to feel that you own everybody. You could talk to anybody the way you want to talk to them. They are beneath you, and a lot of these jobs will give you the okay and green light to disrespect your workers, And I'm not saying that this is the case, but you can tell. I'm gonna show some videos. You can tell by this young lady. She went on Instagram and she posted up basically what this manager's how she was treating her, always sending her home, cutting her hours, sending her home, you know. Um, so I'm gonna let her talk. Definitely gonna let her talk. Alex T, quick question, brother. Go ahead. Would you rather see a tree grow or a Negro? Let me know, baby boy. Hmm, that's deep. That's deep. Rather you see a Negro. What you mean by knee? Like a knee? Well, I'd rather for somebody to need to grow because you need your needs basically, and you need trees. But I'd rather for the tree to grow, basically, right? I'd rather for a tree to grow because you need your needs to walk. Basically, you probably gonna have to tend to that tree. You probably gonna have to tend to the tree. You probably gonna have to take care of the tree basically. So yeah, your need. I know you laughing, but it's all good. I answered your question. So let me get into this right here, and I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna show you. And this was allegedly this is the woman that did this act on the manager.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I gotta take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps saying her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on like putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you, she's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate
How you
that and
doing,
make it seem like we ain't
Alfredo?
doing something right. But we are working really hard and doing great.
How you doing,
It's just the fact
Alfredo?
that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. Nobody's perfect. It's fucking McDonald's. It happens. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused. But fuck, it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she don't be making mistakes. I be catching her. I be catching her. So her all that animosity and shit that she keep putting in the air and stuff, that's trying to tell me I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her no. I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So with all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative shit she's saying about her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that. That shit is crazy. I'm telling you. But
All right. So you see, prior to um this young lady right here going into the McDonald's and stabbing up her manager to death. You see that she went over there and she was telling her part of her story, how she was being bullied by the manager and how the manager was taking her position and disrespecting everybody else, talking about everybody. And I could believe that. I could believe that because you got people that do that. You got these managers, you got people that was positioned. Like I said, they play workers against each other and have these workers fight each other. And then next thing you know, these workers end up fired and terminated for fighting and stuff like that, Um this is sad because I could tell that this young girl right here, she looked like she was getting bullied all her life. And looked like she's not even a fighter. But don't let your eyes fool you. You understand what I'm saying? But it looked like that people used to bully her all the time when she was young. She used to get bullied, and she just got at that breaking point. That probably was her first job, and she really needs some money. And she felt that the manager kept picking on her, bullying her, picking on her, picking on her, picking on her, picking on her, and she got upset. She let her emotions supersede intelligence and a lot of anger and hatred, and she went in there and just stabbed the woman up and killed the woman. You know, um, I don't recommend anybody basically to do that to anybody. You shouldn't resort to violence. You shouldn't kill nobody. You shouldn't stab nobody, and you shouldn't do these things. You should not do these things. And I apologize for the cursing, um, for the Instagram on her post, but this was a message that needs to be out. I'm gonna let your guys get in the comments, and you'll be the judge of this. You know, this shouldn't have happened, but it looks like the manager kept provoking the situation, kept provoking her, bullying her, and I guess she couldn't take it no more. But she should not have resulted in stabbing and killing her. She should have just left the job. She should have just left the job. You got to understand that some of these small towns and some of these small places, there's really no much that much work, that much jobs there. You know, it's really that much. And this probably was her first job, so she really landed this job, and she really wanted to go to work because she probably really need the money, probably pay tuition, go to school. She probably want to pay bills, rent, help her family out. Who knows? And she just kept basically sending this young lady home. You know, and this is a sad situation. The manager being there, I'm quite sure she's been there for 15 years, so she's seen people fighting. She hired people and fired people. I'm not gonna talk too much bad about her, but a lot of managers with these positions, they let these positions go to their head. They let these positions go to their head. Playing with people money, playing with people livelihood can get you hurt. Can get you hurt. Can get you hurt if you don't have intelligence. If you don't have intelligence and you allow this devil, demonic, twisted devil demon to enter your mind, body, and soul and control you and lead you to hurt somebody or hurt yourself, you should not do that. You should have just first thing you should have did is go over her head, write all the documents down. Every time that she disrespect you, you do a paper trail on her. Do a paper trail. Do a paper trail. Do a paper trail. The time and date, the time and the place. That's what you do. That's what you do. Then you take it to corporate. You take it to corporate. See if corporate can get the situation done. To see if you get a transfer out of there. If you can't get a transfer, remove yourself. You have to eliminate all the you have to eliminate all of the possibilities of you ended up in jail. She didn't do that. She crashed out. She went straight from 0 to 100 because she wasn't thinking. You thinking with emotions, and that's what happened. And that's when this entity enter to your mind, body, and soul and control you and whisper in your heart, mind, and soul to do murder, death, kill, barbaric, evil, twisted, demonic acts upon people. This entity killed two birds with one stone. Two birds with one stone. You know, and I send my condolence out to the victim, man. But the moral to the story is that if you are a manager, you're a supervisor, have a little sympathy. Have a little sympathy for other people. Understand their condition. Understand what they're going through. Sometimes these managers don't even know. But you have children, so you struggling. Your baby father of the children is in jail, so you should know. You should know what these children go through as an adult. You understand what I'm saying? You don't talk to nobody that time. I'm gonna treat you like I treat my children. These certain things that you don't talk to, that's not professional. And I'm quite sure she's been doing this for years and years and years and years and years. You know, and I'm sorry that it ended up that way, but um, this what happened when you let your position supersede your intelligence, and you don't really know what's going on. You let these people pump you up, pump you up, pump you up, pump you up. You know, and it's sad. It's sad. You've been there for 15 years. 15 years. You've seen people come and go, and you are still the manager. So if somebody telling you, they're not gonna listen to you. They're not gonna listen to them. They're gonna listen to you. And the person is gonna get fired. You know how many people that got fired that told on her? A lot. A lot. Even though this is tragic, but I gotta tell the truth here because I'm a worker. I'm a worker and I know exactly how she felt being bullied, putting workers against workers, um, being suspended without pay into investigation, all that other stuff, you know, being picked on. You're afraid because you lose your job. You got to kiss butt, and the people know that. The people know that, so they prey on that to disrespect you. You know. So this is sad, man. This is a whole sad situation all around the board. However you want to look at it, this is very sad, man. And it should not have happened. I'm gonna keep it real with you. It shouldn't have happened.
We are looking for gamers who want to learn how to become video game testers, designers, or programmers. If any of these my mama is gone. It's not fair. It's not fair. A heartbreaking scene in East Point where a dispute between two co-workers ended in a deadly stabbing. How police say witnesses helped catch the suspect. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Rochelle Graham. That family is devastated after learning their mother was stabbed to death at a McDonald's, allegedly by one of her co-workers. Our Jack Springate joins us live outside that McDonald's. He talked to the family as they continue to mourn their mother's loss. Jack?
Well, Rochelle, emotions of utter disbelief from family members about what happened this morning. The 39-year-old mother of six, Jennifer Harris, her daughters not only tell me that they're shocked by the fact that the suspect in this case is someone they've met before, a co-worker of their mother's, but also that this all happened at a place where their mother worked to provide for her six kids.
My mama died trying to take care of us.
Layers of emotion pour out of Harris's oldest daughter as she tries to process losing her mother.
She was so good to everybody. A hard-working woman. My mama was even good to her.
Griffin talking about the suspect, a 26-year-old woman who she says met these kids before as one of her mom's co-workers before they know her as the person accused of killing their mother.
We met the lady and everything. I don't understand why she had to kill her.
Police say Harris, the manager during the shift, sent the suspect home following an argument. They claim the suspect returned from her car with a knife and mask and started attacking the victim. They say she only stopped when a customer at the drive-thru fired his gun in the air to stop the attack.
The suspect stopped stabbing the victim. She dropped the knife and started running away. The Good Samaritan actually showed courage by running after the suspect and was able to detain her until officers arrived.
It was only when they showed up for their later shifts that other employees learned why they wouldn't be working today.
I'm shocked. I couldn't believe it. You know,
This is
I was
sad, man.
devastated. I would never.
This is sad. This is sad. You know, this is sad. However way you look at it, um, like I said, I can only give my experience as a worker. How a lot of managers they'll push you to the edge, man. They'll push you to the edge. You know, I had this manager. She was on me, man, trying to get me fired. You know, I was always on time. I never was late. I always performed my duties. She kept giving me extra work, and I just kept handling it. She was trying to set me up, trying to get me fired. She just was bullying me. Um, I went to the other lady, you know, the property manager, and come to find out that was her friend. So she wasn't gonna get rid of her. I was the best worker there. I was selling the most rooms. You know, I was selling the most rooms there. I used to work in storage. I was selling the most room. I was the top seller in there. I had all the rooms. I wrote down all my rooms that I sold, selling all of them, man, all of the rooms, you know. And she just didn't like me. I should come 2 hours early at work so I won't be late. Perform my duties, never call out, and she just had it in for me, man. She had it in for me. There's certain people that's just like that. They just very disrespectful. They take their position to a higher level, man, and they start picking on people and bullying people. Now, what if you're a person that went through being bullied all of your life? All your life, somebody's been taking control of taking things from you, beating on you, molesting you, robbing you, stomping on you, you know, and nobody knows what people go through. That's why you gotta have sympathy for each and everybody, every human being. You gotta have sympathy, man. You gotta have sympathy. At the end of the day, that is not your business. That is not your establishment. You just a manager. You're just there. Because if anything go down, they're not gonna save you. They're not gonna be there at the end of the day. So you going so hard, right, for this business against me, to make it seem like I'm a devil, that I got flaws inside of me. Why are you doing this to me? You know, and I can feel from her pain and suffering. I can feel from it. And her Instagram post, I believe what she's saying. I believe what she's saying. But there's always a but. You should never ever let your emotions supersede your intelligence to attack somebody, to kill somebody, to viciously stab somebody with hatred. You understand what I'm saying? These things are supposed to have been in a proper perspective. You supposed to went over her head, talk to her first, and then after that, you keep documenting every incident that you had with her. That's why a lot of people don't understand what to do. Anytime that you get in a verbally dispute with anybody on a higher up, now they got cameras, record them, right? Record the conversation with them. See, they take you in positions and places where they can't, where the camera is off. So what you can do basically is record them. Record them. You have to do that because if this person is keep bothering you, it's either two things. They want you fired. They want you fired out of there. They targeting you. So instead of dealing with things emotion and end up in jail for the rest of your life, you record them and document it, and then you bring it to the higher up and let them know what this manager or supervisor is doing to you. You know, they creating a hostile environment, a work environment. That's a hostile work environment. That is. If she been there 15 years, I'm quite sure that was a hostile work environment with certain people, having people under control, telling people what to do, forcefully, being disrespectful. I'm quite sure she did that, sending her home. Yo, I told you to do this and do that. Talking to people like that, you can't do that. You gotta be, you gotta know how to talk to people, especially in these neighborhoods and rough neighborhoods. The people emotions, people act off their emotion. They don't act off their intelligence. They act off their emotions. So this is a clear sign of somebody's acting off their emotions. Somebody's dead. Somebody's going to be in jail for the rest of their life. And I want to send my condolences out to the family. I definitely want to send my condolences out. This should not happen. No, it should not happen. But sometimes, you know, we put ourselves in situations that we can't get out of it because we are blind to the fact and ignorant to the fact of people's feelings, man. And this should be a sign, a lesson to everybody all around the world. Managers, right? Supervisors and anybody that's placed with a type of authority that where they got workers that you shouldn't treat your workers like trash or garbage. Not saying that she did that. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that these are the things that need to be done. You know, you shouldn't talk to nobody disrespectful, man. You shouldn't do these certain things. You know, people are scared to lose their job. You know, they got to kiss butt. I want you here at this and this time. Talking to people like that, you should, you know, these things is disrespectful, man. So I got one more video to show. And like I said, this should not happen, man. This should not happen. That's what all I can say.
First, we offer overnight boarding. Your pet will stay overnight in your sitter's home and not only be treated like part of the family. Detective Showers, please approach to the square tube.
This is the allegedly girl that stabbed the manager of McDonald's.
To the best of your information, knowledge, and belief, subject to penalties of perjury.
I do.
Put your hand down. With regard to the defendant, Afani Muhammad, please set forth the factual basis for the warrant request.
Yes, Your Honor. 7/10/25, McDonald's employee Afeni Muhammad stabbed McDonald's manager Jennifer Harris multiple times with a kitchen knife at the McDonald's restaurant at 179219 Mile. Harris was not armed at the time and died of her injuries. Prior to the stabbing, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back." Muhammad was arrested on scene and the knife was recovered. Muhammad admitted that she intended to kill Harris and stated that after she was sent home, she drove to a nearby park, decided to come back and stab Harris with a knife that she had inside of her vehicle. When Muhammad returned to stab Harris, she entered the back entrance with a hood mask over her face in an attempt to conceal her identity and attempted to flee the scene after the stabbing, but was stopped by an armed customer.
And the requested charges are murder in the first degree, count 2, dangerous weapon carrying with unlawful intent, and there's a habitual second notice offense. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
The warrant is being signed and we can proceed to arraignment.
Thank you.
Calling file number 25354, People versus Afani Badu Mohammed. Council appearances for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sean Hayes, on behalf of the people. Thank you very much, Chair. Please, this honorable court, may I have on behalf of Mrs. Mohammed, which who does appear to be asleep.
Your name, please, ma'am?
Hussein Mohammed.
Very good. You're here today for arraignment on the charges of murder in the first degree, premeditated, count 2, carrying a...
Wow. This entity killed two birds with one stone. Two birds with one stone. She's gonna be in it for the rest of her life. She let her emotions supersede her intelligence. And I know everything she probably was going through in life, getting bullied, um, getting beat on, getting jumped, and a lot of other things that this young lady went through in her life and nobody didn't know. And I want this to be a lesson to everybody all around the world. You got help on my channel. If you getting bullied, right? If you are overweight and you are called ugly, you are called stupid, dumb. If you've been sexually assaulted, you've been raped, over here, there's sanctuary over here on my channel. Do you hear me? You don't have to take matters in your own hands. Come on my channel, get in my inbox, and I will help you because I am too a victim of most of these acts that you have been doing, bullied and being jumped and all this other stuff. So I know exactly what you're going through. So on my channel, I'm here to tell you that I'm here to support you. I don't want you to end up in jail for the rest of your life for making bad decisions because you're very young. We need you out here, kings and queens, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, prince and princess all around the world. We need you out here in society. We need each and every able body to be on the front line, right, of the indigenous people of this earth. Please think before you react to these situations because I don't want you to end up facing life in jail and your whole life is gone.
Weapon with unlawful intent and habitual second notice. Mr. Licata, how does your client wish to proceed?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. At this time, my client is asking the court to turn not guilty plea. This matter set for a probable cause after the preliminary exam. I have advised my client of her rights as well as the charges against her, the potential penalties. We are ready to proceed on those grounds.
Very good. Ma'am, do you understand the nature of the charges against you to your satisfaction after talking to your attorney?
Yes.
Very good. I will go ahead and enter not guilty.
This is sad, man. This is sad. This is probably an 18B lawyer. 18B. Won't she go there and start displaying what she went through as a child? The prosecution and nobody's not gonna care. Nobody's not gonna care. The system failed her. Everybody failed her, you know, and she was left in the darkness. And what picked her up was this devil, demonic, evil, twisted demon devil. I wish I could have been there to save her. I wish that she could have reached out to me on my channel and somebody could have reached out. I could have saved her, just with my channel and just with my content, because this is what we do over here. We help save with the help of the Alpha Omega, the creating everything in existence with the Almighty. We help to save, not hurt and not kill anyone or promote violence. We promote finding solutions and adding to our success and subtracting to the negativity. So I'm definitely would like to send my condolences out to the family again. And I definitely feel sorry from this young woman, man. She don't know what lies in front of her, man. For real, man. She doesn't know, man. She doesn't know. So get like and share this comment. This content. Get it out. Thank you so much. Peace, y'all. Peace, peace, peace.